Hello. In the previous videos, we have done about the food crops from chapter agriculture, chapter number 4, geography, standard 10. Under the food crops, we have done different types of grains. We have done the climatic and geographical conditions required for the growth of rice, wheat, pulses, maize, etc. In this video, we will discuss about the food crops which comes under the category of plantations. We would be discussing the climatic geographical conditions for sugarcane, oilseeds, tea and coffee. We'll begin our topic with sugarcane. Sugarcane is a tropical as well as a subtropical crop. It grows well in hot and humid climate. It requires temperatures of 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. It requires annual rainfall between 75 centimeters and 100 centimeters. In the areas where there is less rainfall, sugarcane is grown with the help of irrigation. Sugarcane can be grown in different types of soil and it needs manual labor from sowing to harvesting. The main source of sugar, gur, that is jaggery, khandsari and molasses, is sugarcane. India is the second largest producer of sugarcane after Brazil, and the major sugarcane producing states in our country are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Punjab and Haryana. Oilseeds. India is the largest producer of oilseeds in the world. Different types of oilseeds are grown in India and it covers approximately 12% of the total cropped area of the country. Main oilseeds produced in the country are groundnut, mustard, coconut, semum, that is till, soya bean, castor seeds, cotton seeds, linseed and sunflower. Most of these oilseeds, they are edible. Edible means they are used as a cooking medium. They can be eaten. So most of the oilseeds are edible. They can be eaten. They can be consumed and are used as cooking mediums. Some of the oilseeds are also used as raw materials in the production of soap, cosmetics and ointments. Groundnut is a kharif crop and it is grown in Andhra Pradesh, is the largest producer of groundnut, followed by Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Gujarat and Maharashtra. So groundnut is a kharif crop and it accounts for near about half of the oilseeds production in the country. Andhra Pradesh is the largest producer of groundnut, which is followed by Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Gujarat and Maharashtra. Linseed and mustard, they are rabi crops. Sesame is a kharif crop in the north and a rabi crop in the South India. Means sesame, that is till, is grown both as a rabi crop and as a kharif crop. So sesame is a kharif crop in the north and it is rabi crop in the south. Castor seeds is grown both as a rabi crop and as a kharif crop. So in the examination, the question generally comes that write short notes on oilseeds. So we have to include all these features for oilseeds. Next crop under plantation is tea. Tea is referred to as a beverage crop. Beverage crop is a crop that we consume it in a liquid form. The crop which is consumed in liquid form is a beverage crop. Both tea and coffee are referred to as beverage crop. The production of tea was started by the British in India. So it was the Britishers who have started the production of tea in the beginning in our country. But now tea gardens are owned by rich people, rich Indians. Tea plant grows well in the tropical and subtropical climates, and tea plants requires deep, well drained, fertile soil which is rich in humus and organic matter. The tea bushes requires warm and moist free climate throughout the year. There must be frequent showers and must be evenly distributed throughout the year so that the tender tea leaves can grow in a proper way. Now, tea industry is a labor intensive industry. So, it requires abundant, cheap and skilled labor. The process of tea is done in the tea gardens so that the freshness of tea can be restored. Imagine what will happen if the processing of the leaves or tea is done away from the tea gardens. If the processing is done away from the tea gardens, the leaves of tea will lose its freshness and better quality tea cannot be obtained. So in order to get better quality tea, the processing of leaves or tea is done within the tea gardens. Major tea producing states are Assam, hills of Darjeeling and Jalpaiguri districts, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Apart from these, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Meghalaya, Andhra Pradesh and Tripura are also tea producing states in the country. India is the leading producer as well as the exporter of tea in the world. Now let us discuss about the second beverage crop, which comes under the category of plantation, and this crop is coffee. India produces about 4% of the world's coffee production. Whatever production of the coffee is there in the world, India is producing 4% of that production. India coffee is known in the world for its good quality. The Arabic variety of coffee was brought from Yemen and it is produced extensively in the country. This variety of coffee is in great demand throughout the world. In the beginning, the production of coffee or the cultivation of coffee was introduced on the Baba Budan Hills, and even today its cultivation is confirmed to the Nilgiri Hills in Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So these are the tea producing areas these are the coffee producing areas in the country, and in the beginning coffee production was done in the Baba Budan Hills, and even today the coffee production is in a very limited space. It is limited to the Nilgiris in Karnataka, in Tamil Nadu, and in Kerala. These are the places where production of coffee is done in our country. So the next topic of discussion is horticulture crops. Production of fruits and vegetables is called horticulture, or you can say that growing of fruits and vegetable is horticulture. Now we have to write a short note on horticulture, that is on fruits and vegetables. India is the largest producer of fruits and vegetables in the world. So India is the largest producer of fruits and vegetables in the world. And in India, both tropical as well as temperate fruits are grown. So many fruits are grown in the country which are popular throughout the world. Let us discuss about those fruits. Mangoes of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal are popular throughout the world. Oranges of Nagpur and Cherrapunji, that is Meghalaya. Bananas of Kerala, Mizoram, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Lychees and guavas of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Pineapples of Meghalaya. Grapes of Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra. Apples, pears, apricots and walnuts of Jammu Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh are in great demand throughout the world. So these are the different types of fruits which are grown in the country, and these fruits are of great demand throughout the world. And then you have vegetables, some of the vegetables which are also great demand throughout the world. India produces about 13% of the world's vegetables. And the most important vegetables that is produced in India and are exported, these are pea, cauliflower, onion, cabbage, tomato, brinjal and potato. These are exported, these are in great demand throughout the world, and India is producing 13% of the world's vegetables. So the horticulture is the growing of fruits and vegetables. In this topic we have to learn the places and the fruits which are important related to those places and which are in demand throughout the world. Similarly, we have to learn some of the vegetables which are in great demand in different parts of the world. So this is all about the food crops other than grains, and we have done horticulture. This is our video number 3 or lecture number 3 of the agriculture chapter, and the last lecture for this chapter will be the lecture number 4, in which we would be covering some of the non-food crops such as rubber, the fiber crops, cotton and jute we would be covering there. And then in the other video we would be covering the technological and institutional reforms. Thank you.